Alright, good evening ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Ultimate Dirt TV for the Blue Sphere Corporation and our Dirty Old Bastards 360 wing sprint cars live from the dirt track at Charlotte. So we now get set for qualifying once again here. Race number 2, round number 4 of the series. Waiting for the times to come through on some of these guys right now. Western Hill jumps to P1. Make that Zach McLaughlin P1 with a 13.935. Zane Scott with a 13.939. Western Hill with a 13.971. John Lepresto, make that Anthony Lepresto 4th with a 13.985. John Lepresto 5th with a 14.008. You're watching Jeremy Zarfos on screen in the Wicked Cushion UW Motorsports. Number 51, 23 cars in attendance here, so all drivers will make the show. Jeremy Zarfos with a 14.124. On screen in number 70 is Chris Brenner finishing 3rd in race number 1. Second lap is going to be a 14.006. Craig Junn jumps to position 5. Mike Keegan 8th. Garrett Pepiat in 9th. 10th was Chris Roberts. So well done to Zach McLaughlin. We get set for heat race competition here this evening. We should have 3 heat races. And that's in fact what we will have. We are going to have the 3 heat races here this evening, live from the dirt track at Charlotte. And starting on the pole of this one will be tonight's fastest qualifier, the 11 of Zach McLaughlin. To his outside in car number 57, it's Anthony Lepresto. At a position number 3 will be brother in John Lepresto in car number 26. And at a position number 4 in car number 93, it's Chris Roberts. At a position number 5 in car number 20, it is going to be Jonathan Lowe. Starting out of position number 6 in the 15, it's Michael Sheridan. Starting out of position number 7 in car number 38, it's Tim Smith. And starting out of position number 8 in car number 5, finished 2nd in the feature in race number 1 earlier on, it's going to be Brandon Steele. So the first of 3 heat races here this evening. No B main required. 23 drivers in attendance. And then we'll have the 35 lap main event to conclude this one. Zach McLaughlin, Anthony Lepresto. Your front row, John Lepresto, Chris Roberts in row number 2. Row 3, Jonathan Lowe, Michael Sheridan, Tim Smith and Brandon Steele. So 4 UW Motorsports drivers in this one. This should be a good one. Green flag set to roll off here in heat race number 1. Zach McLaughlin leads us underway. We are green flag racing here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Oh, Sheridan around. Got tagged by the 5 of Brandon Steele. We stay green for the moment. Smith on the inside of Roberts. Here comes Anthony Lepresto for the race lead. Slide up into 1 and 2. Oh, McLaughlin got out of the gas big time. Otherwise, that could have ended nasty for both drivers. Smith now looking for 4th. He will get it off turn number 4. John Lepresto in 3rd. Smith, 4th, Roberts, Lowe and Steele all fighting out for 5th, 6th and 7th at the moment. Steele trying to work to the outside, the top side not quite there, I don't think. I still believe there's a cushion, but it's only slightly formed. Anthony Lepresto, your race leader, the bottom side off of turn number 4. 4 down, 6 to go here in the opening heat race of race number 2. Look at this battle behind going on for 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. Oh, Roberts. Oh, no. John Lowe and Roberts. They made contact. John Lowe. And they kept it going. Lowe's got some damage, as does Roberts. And Brandon Steele from 8th up to position number 5. And let's just say he's not done with just yet, because he's got John Lepresto in front of him. John Lepresto riding the top side of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. Tim Smith through the middle, and now McLaughlin, he's gone to the bottom side with Anthony Lepresto. 3 laps to go. Here live at the dirt track at Charlotte. Two laps to go for Anthony Lepresto, looking to put the 57 on pole position for tonight's main events. McLaughlin trying the top side in 3 and 4. Is he closing the gap on your race leader? Yes, he is. He goes to the outside. Oh, there was contact. Off turn number 2, McLaughlin tried to make it stick. Now here comes Tim Smith to the inside with a big slide job. Brandon Steele going upside down. And Smith is going to grab 2nd. Lepresto gets the win. Smith 2nd, McLaughlin, John Lepresto, Roberts, Lowe, Michael Sheridan and Brandon Steele finishing in 8th position. Heat 1 done and dusted, in the 57 of Anthony Lepresto will start on pole for tonight's main event. Heat race number 2. Up next on the program. And starting on the pole in car number 37, it's Zane Scott. To his outside in the 057, Craig Dunn will start position number 2. At a position 3, the 92 of Mike Keegan. At a position number 4 in car number 77, it's Aaron Schaefer. At a position number 5, the 127 of Stephen Hill. At a position number 6, the 51 of Jeremy Zarfos. Scheduled to start out of position 7 is Jason Nygaard, and starting out of position 8 is the one of Stephen Herzberg. Heat number 2. Ten laps around the dirt track at Charlotte. The Blue Sphere Corporation 360 Winged Sprint Car Series presented by the Dirty Old Bastard. Live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV. We're live on Facebook in 720p. We're also live on YouTube in 1080p as well. So the winner of this one will start on the outside of the front row. 14 SETI drivers in this one. 1st, 2nd, 3rd and 5th. Green flag is out and we are underway. Heat race number 2. Keegan got a good start from 3rd straight up into 2nd. As he slides up in front of Craig Dunn. Keep an eye on Schaefer and Stephen Hill. 3 wide into turn 3 and 4. Nearly 4 wide for a moment there. Oh, Schaefer. The right front caught the left rear of Craig Dunn. And Stephen Hill up to position number 4. Team SETI lead 1, 2, 3 and 4 in this one. Schaefer trying to fight back on the inside of Stephen Hill into turns 1 and 2. Zarvos trying to get by Schaefer for 5th, oh sorry. Hill, a nice little battle with Schaefer. The last couple of laps. 3 down, 7 to go. Zarvos trying to make it work on the bottom side. 3 wide into turns 3 and 4 again, if you don't mind. They spread out into turns 1 and 2. Zarvos continues to run the low side of the racetrack, getting a run on Schaefer, but he can't make the pass. On the 77, now on his inside, he will make the pass into turns 1 and 2, and I believe there might have been a little bit of a contact courtesy of Netcode. Take a look at our Colby's iPaint's instant replay on that one. So keep an eye on the 77 and the 51. I'll have to slow this one down to half speed to get a look at this one again. You see right there. So this is on, you're watching the front left of the Aaron Schaefer car. So there's should be contact there, but I guess the contact is a little bit late. See, we get another shot from this angle, this time on the right rear of the Jeremy Zarfos car. These two guys having a good battle. So it'll be a 1-lap shootout to finish off the second heat race of the night. Zane Scott, Mike Keegan, Craig Dunn, Stephen Hill, Jeremy Zarfos, Keegan getting a little bit too antsy. Here we go, green flag and white flag out at the same time. Keegan gonna put the big slide up into turns 1 and 2. Wow, Keegan! Into the wall, he loses 2-3 positions. Oh, that was a Hail Mary play. He's going to go from 2nd. He will finish in 6th. Man, Keegan from hero to zero, unfortunately. Zane Scott comes away with the win. Oh boy, oh boy. Heat race number 3. Starting on the pole in the Team City 222 car, it is Weston Newell. To the outside in the UW Motorsports number 70, it is Chris Brenner. At a position number 3, car number 47, Garrett Pepiat. At a position number 4, in car number 79, it's Josh Lute. At a position number 5, in car number 21, it's Tyler Henselman. At a position 6, it's the 08 of Rusty Law. And starting shotgun at the back of this one, at a position number 7, in car number 33, it's Brian Fine. So big turnout here at the dirt track at Charlotte to watch the 360 winged sprint cars in action, presented by Blue Sphere Corporation. Round number 4, race number 2 on the program. Heat number 3. Weston Newell and Chris Brenner, your front row. 10 laps on the board. Green flag is out. Western Newell wastes no time in getting to the drop of the green flag in the final heat race of the night. Brenner works the top through 1 and 2 into 3 and 4. Both drivers on the top of the racetrack. Pepe looking to the inside of Brenner, slides up in front of Rusty Law for that third spot. Law in 4th at the moment, but Brenner stalking Western Newell down the front straight away. A car length between Newell and Brenner for the race lead. Brenner to the low side into 3 and 4. Western Newell keeping it up top. Well, the Wicked Cushion and Colby's Eye Paint sponsored cars are going out at first and second. But at the moment, it's the Team SETI Group Holdings driver of Western Newell out in front. 4 down, 6 to go. Brenner on the top side again, closing in on Western Newell. Got out of the gas, stopped from running into the rear crash bar of Western Newell in the exit of turn number 2. He's right there waiting for a mistake from Western Newell, or will Brenner go the big slide job? Both drivers carrying the same amount of speed at the moment. Lap times in the 14.6s, 14.7. 14.4 that time by. There's a big slide job from Brenner, but Western Newell smartly crosses underneath and Brenner tagged the wall with the right rear tyre. And Brenner stays up top into 3 and 4. Western Newell, he's going to slide job. Here's a slide job line in turns 3 and 4, and he leads by 3 car lengths. That time by past the flag stand, but Brenner quickly evaporates that gap, and now he's going to put a slide job into 3 and 4 again. Brenner to the race lead with 2 laps to go. Western Newell going to try and do the same into 1 and 2, but Brenner's got too much speed on the top side of the racetrack. Newell not done with just yet. He tries the middle of 3 and 4. The white flag is out this time by for your race leader, Chris Brenner, looking to start position number 3 in tonight's main event, Western Newell. He finishes second. He will start position number 6. Oh, Brenner into the wall. Newell's got a chance, but no, the checkers are out. Brenner gets the job done. Newell home in second. Pepiat in third, 4th. Rusty Law, Tyler Henselman, Josh Lute, and Brian Fine. Heat racing action complete. Now it is time for tonight's main event. Take a look at our SETI Group Holdings starting grid. Starting on the pole in car number 57, it's Anthony Lopresto to his outside, the 37 of Zane Scott.
To the main event. Let's get ready to rumble.
And at position number 3, the 70 of Chris Brenner to his outside, the 38 of Tim Smith. The 057 of Craig Dunn lines up at a position 5, and Western Newell in the 222 lines up at a position number 6. At a position 7, the 11 of Zach McLaughlin lining up alongside the 127 at a position 8. It is Stephen Hill. Gary Pepiat will start at a position 9, John Lopresto at a position 10, Jeremy Zarfos out of 11, Rusty Law out of 12, Chris Roberts out of position 13, Stephen Herzberg 14, Tyler Henselman out of 15, Jonathan Lowe out of 16, 17th is Mike Keegan, Josh Lute out of 18, Michael Sheridan out of 19, Aaron Schaefer out of position 20. Out of position 21 is Brian Fine, Brandon Steele out of position 22, and Jason Nygaard scheduled to start position 23. I don't think he is racing though. 1 degree next time by. It is time. We get set for another 35 entertaining laps. We had multiple grooves in race number 1 earlier on. If you missed it, you missed quite a show, quite a finish between Scott and Brenner, with Royer getting the win. Brandon Steele got second and Brenner got third with, well, Zane Scott, he had 2 turns left before he junked it. Final turn, final lap. Let's go. 35 laps on the board. Anthony Lopresto and Zane Scott. 35 laps are on the board and we are underway here at the dirt track at Charlotte. This time, do we get through 1 and 2 clean? Yes, we do. Can't like Bob the Builder through turns 1 and 2. Can we do it? Yes, we do the opening lap. Lopresto slide up line on Zane Scott. Scott around the outside for the race lead. Look at this 3 UW Motorsports driver pressuring the 1 Team SETI driver. And let me tell you, he's holding his own right now. Scott now to the low side into turn 3 and 4. Well, Brenner almost caught the wall, but he caught the cushion instead. And Zane Scott to the race lead. Lopresto with a slide job on Scott. Oh, Scott around the outside. Deja vu, if you don't mind, of how the finish of last race ended. And Brenner sliding up into second place, shuffling Lopresto back to third. Oh man, Tim Smith falling way off the pace right now. Your top 3 on screen. Scott continues to lead this one. 5 laps complete as the yellow flag comes out. And we've got Brandon Steele upside down. And let's take a look at our Colby's iPaints instant replay and see what happened to the 5 machine. Caught the wall, Jonathan Lowe going for a bit of a tumble as well. We'll see here, you watch 2 cars on the bottom screen, the 5 and the 20. The 5 gets into the wall, comes off the cushion, and the left front catches the right rear, and Jonathan Lowe going for a wild, wild ride. Garrett Pepiat as well, caught up somewhere involved in this. No, in fact, he was already slowing, so go on board. In fact, with Brandon Steele just to have a look, and there's the 20 machine coming across the front end of that one. It's unfortunate, but the first time the caution flag flies here in the main event tonight, with about 29 remain. Pace truck is in, white flag out at lap number 38. Green flag back out onto the racetrack here at the dirt track at Charlotte. And Zane Scott pulls about a 3-car length lead going into turns 1 and 2. It's a field single file. Jeremy Zarfos up to position number 6. Craig Dunn riding in the 5th spot. Roberts around the outside of Zarfos for 6 right now. Smith trying to pressure Anthony Lopresto for 3rd. Well, Scott and Brenner are going to go at it once again. They went at it for multiple laps, many laps, I should say, in race number 1. Well, they're going to go at it again in race number 2. Brenner with a slide job, as he's done so throughout the entire day so far, and night. Zane with a nice little crossover. Scott continues to lead that one. 26, 27 remain, I should say. Scott once again being stalked by Chris Brenner. Scott has just got to continue to hit his marks and make it hard for the 70 of Chris Brenner to find a way around him. Tim Smith now up to position number 3. Lopresto back to position 4. Craig Dunn in 5th, Chris Roberts 6th, Zarfos in 7th, Zach McLaughlin in 8th, Tyler Henselman 9th, and Rusty Law rounds out the top 10. They all try the top side of the racetrack except Chris Roberts through the middle of 1 and 2. Zane Scott, he's got about 3/10 on Chris Brenner, 0.367. I get the feeling it's going to be shortened here on this time by on the previous lap. Brenner picked up half a tenth. His quickest lap time, quickest lap car, or quickest car on the racetrack with a 14.222. And as I say that, the caution flag flies. It is the 08 of Rusty Law. Oh, let's take a look at our Colby's iPate's instant replay. Keep an eye on the 08, was just into the wall. Sheridan coming through. And the 08 is around. You just wonder if that is his night done for, because that car doesn't look to be handling all that well. And Rusty Law in the 08, back here in position at number 18. So Zane Scott, the race leader, he's done a fantastic job so far. White flag, lap number 41. Excuse the background noise, it's just the heater going. I'll turn that off shortly.
Green guy, like that,
so 21 to go. Here in the main event for race number 2. Green flag is back out. We're back underway. Zane Scott once again straight to the top side, as do the first 5 drivers. Chris Roberts once again one of the only drivers to go to the middle of the racetrack through turns 1 and 2. And caution flag flies. It is Western Newell in the 222. Let's take a look at our Colby's iPate's instant replay. See Newell got a run on Schaefer. Car's banged wheels off of turn 2. Newell's a little out of shape, and I believe that is the 79 of Josh Lute coming through, who unfortunately he was in line of the 222. And Western Newell back to pit road, as is Rusty Law and Josh Lute in the 79. So 15 cars are left on the lead lap here. And we're going to have about 20 to run next time we get the green flag. A reminder, if you haven't done so already, you can check out Ultimate Dirt TV on YouTube. Go to youtube.com/Ultimate Dirt TV. In fact, there'll be about 19 to go. Hit the subscribe button on the YouTube channel. Doesn't cost a cent, and we're live about 5 or 6 times a week, sorry, maybe even a bit more actually. We have all of our stuff on YouTube as well as our Facebook page. If you haven't done so already, hit the like and follow button on our Facebook page. Green flag is back out and we're underway. 19 to go. Presto through the middle, 1 and 2 this time, changing it up. Starting to see the bumps form on the entry into turn number 3. Brenner once again has got a run. Well, he had a run on Zane Scott. It looks like he's missing the front wing of that race car. Who knows what it's going to be like when it might come back later on. And there it is. There's the front wing back on the car. Oh, here comes Brenner again. And the yellow flag is out. Zach McLaughlin around this time. Let's take a look at our Colby's iPaints instant replay and see what happened to the 11 machine. Oh, just jumped the cushion, rode the wall. That'll be his night done and dusted, and literally right in the fence. Let's take a look at the onboard shot of this one. We'll take a nose shot. Well, that must have been a scary moment for him. Let's go inside the cockpit of that race car. Let's get a shot of that off from the left rear and just watch how high this car goes. Somehow he's still able to circulate after literally riding the fence. Lights are out on the pace truck. White flag 47, I think I'm going to say. 16 to go. Scott, Brenner, Smith, and Lopresto, and done. Our top 5, Zarfos in 6, and he is making a run for it. Have a look for the minor placings from 3rd through to 7th, that is, 3rd through to 6th, that is. Smith in 3rd, Zarfos in the 51 in 6th. Lopresto in the 57 in 4th, and Craig Dunn in the 057. And there is Chris Roberts throwing his name into the mix as well. Zarfos, we're going to have a yellow. Zarfos and Roberts. Let's take a look at our Colby's iPaints instant replay here. Just caught the wall and turned off the wall, and Roberts just happened to be there. No fault to either driver. So back-to-back cautions here in the feature event. Let's see how many. So white flag should be out at lap number 51. There should be 15 to go. And flag once again out over the racetrack. Done all over the. Oh no! Mike Keegan around and upside down. And that'll be his night over with. Let's take a look at the Colby's iPaints instant replay. Just called the back of Craig Dunn on the exit of turn number 2. Just caught the left rear of Craig Dunn. Roll around here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Try and listen into race control. See what the white flag lap will be at.
One to green, guys. Take up. Single file. White flag lap 53.
The white flag lap 53. Thirteen remain. Scott once again. These yellow flags, the laps keep ticking off, and he keeps able to continue to pull away from about 3 or 4 car lengths away from Chris Brenner. Brenner into the wall. He comes off the wall, but won't lose any positions right now. Smith riding in 3rd spot. 4th is Lepresto. 5th is Craig Dunn. Then we go back to Tyler Henselman, Stephen Hill on the inside of Sheridan right now. With 11 laps to go. Oh no, Smith makes a mistake. Lepresto caught a piece of that one. And now with 10 to go. This is going to shake up the top, well, from 3rd on backwards anyway. It doesn't stop. Zane Scott leading from Chris Brenner. 3rd is Craig Dunn. We are less than a heat race distance from being complete. Zane Scott still leading from Chris Brenner in 2nd. 3rd is Craig Dunn. Oh, Stephen Hill and Henselman come together. Henselman now up to position number 4. But Stephen Hill are back around the outside into turns 1 and 2. There is our race leaders. They have checked out a 3.5 second gap between 2nd of Chris Brenner and 3rd of Craig Dunn. I think we're going to have 5 to go at the line this time by. Brenner to the low side. 5 to go. Brenner rides the cushion, tags the wall. This is where they've got to be careful. Risk versus reward. It cost St. Scott a win in race number 1. Will it happen again? Caution, caution on the Speedway. I think that was Stephen Hersberg who was slowing in the one machine. Let's take a look at our Colby's iPads instant replay. In fact, it was. We've just seen him spinning there. We'll have a look and see what happened. He's just a little loose in front of Aaron Schaefer. Schaefer tagged him. Smith was coming on the outside. And the reason for the yellow was the one of Stephen Hersberg just a little bit out of shape. Wow, a 3.5 second gap between 2nd and 3rd now is gone. I believe we're going to have 3 to go. Zane Scott, the race leader from Chris Brenner. Listening to race control to see if we get the 1 to green signal this time by.
One to green, guys. Tighten up. Single file. White flag. Lap 52.
3 to go. We heard it from race control. 3 laps left to go here in race number 2, round number 4 of the Blue Sphere Corporation 360 winged sprint cars, presented by Dirty Old Bastard, live right here on Ultimate Dirt TV, on YouTube and Facebook. We're at the dirt track at Charlotte. 3 laps to go. We are underway. Has Brenner got anything for Zane Scott? Will Zane Scott, well, will he make a mistake that'll cost him a race again, or will he hang on to find victory? Oh, Brenner got a great run into 3 and 4 here to get off the gas big time. 2 laps to go. And Stephen Hill now, he's challenging for 3rd place right now with his teammate Craig Dunn. They race side by side into 3 and 4 for the penultimate time. Brenner with a slide job. The white flag is out. They race it to the line no matter what happens. Oh, deja vu incoming. No! Zane Scott around the outside into the back straightaway for the final time. He will find victory lane. It's not gonna be the wall upside down. Zane Scott with the win. 2nd, Brenner. 3rd will be Craig Dunn. 4th, Stephen Hill. Chris Roberts, Tyler Henselman in 5th. Whoo boy! What a finish and what a race once again between Zane Scott and Chris Brenner. Man, those guys putting on a show. Scott burning it down on the infield, and let me tell you, he has every right to right now. It has been one hell of a night here, live from the dirt track at Charlotte for round number 4, and he will park it on the front straightaway. Let's get a chat with our top 3. And we're going to start it off by chatting with the driver of the 057. Bring Craig Dunn up here, and coming home in 3rd is Craig Dunn. Craig, congratulations on the 3rd place. Man, that was a wild race to say the least.
Yeah, thanks, Brad. That was crazy. The track got pretty gnarly at the end there.
New team for you over the past couple of weeks or a week or so to come away, with the 3rd place here to debut your 360 new sprint car. I mean, it's got to be pleasing.
Yeah, we SWC merged with Team SETI, and so far so good. It's been pretty good. It's only happened the last, sort of week. Happened pretty fast. So yeah, it's been good so far.
This racetrack tonight, very similar to what we've seen in race 1. The cushion, very big, some jumps and motocross style jumps down the back straight. I mean, how do you tackle that for 35 laps?
Yeah, it was tough. I got loose quite a few times coming over them bumps, and it's just hard to set up for the corner and to get it running smooth around the corner. Just hitting those bumps makes it difficult.
Look, a great run for you tonight in the 057, coming home in 3rd place. But look, no doubt, I'm sure there's plenty of people you want to thank.
Yeah, obviously, Dirty Old Bastards, Blue Sphere, you, Brett, Ultimate Dirt TV. Obviously, my new team, Team SETI, SETI Group Holdings, Wicked Cushion. So yeah, it's been good.
All right, Craig Dunn home in 3rd place. Home in 2nd place tonight is the driver of the 70. Chris, congratulations. This time 1 spot better than what you had in race number 1. Almost a bit of deja vu going into turn 1 and 2 on the last lap.
Yeah, it was a good race. I did everything I could to get Zane there. Anytime I got a good run on him, it seemed like the yellow would come out, and the track just wasn't set up well this time, or didn't wear in well to where you could throw a slider and have it stick. Whoever you slid just had a turbocharged run off the cushion. There's nothing you could do. But it was a good race. I'm happy with the 2nd as always.
Talk about the track. I mean, it looked very similar to what it was in race 1. The cushion so fast on the top side. The bottom side didn't really come in all that much here late in the race, but these big sort of bumps down the front straightaway and the back straightaway to sort of unsettle the race cars going into the corner again.
Yeah, I think that was a pretty big factor of the bumps on the straightaway. You got a good run on somebody and you're trying to set up for a slider and you're just bouncing all over the place. So it's hard to hit your marks right and throw a slider that'll stick.
Well, one spot better than what you finished in race number 1, but still a good result for you and the team, no doubt. Once again, there's a lot of people you want to thank.
Yeah, congrats on Zane for the win there. He did what he had to do. He ran a clean race. He was fast all night. Congrats to him. Thanks again, DOB, for putting on the league. It's always fun. Teammates UW Motorsports, Brett up in the booth at Ultimate Dirt TV, Wicked Cushion, Next Gen Fab, and Colby's Eye Paints. Thanks for all support.
Chris Brenner home in second place, and well, he finally gets the win, not junking it in 3 and 4 on the final lap this time. Zane Scott, congratulations. Man, what a race. I mean, what a finish. Again, just the last laps in both races, race 1 and 2, was just it was just amazing, and it was outstanding to finally come away with a victory here at Charlotte for you and the team. You push the talk button on Discord, make sure you got it right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can now. Oh, not anymore. Click on Discord.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah, got ya. You go on again. Alright, so give us a couple of minutes here. We'll have a chat with Zane Scott. Just having some microphone issues here. We'll get that sorted hopefully here in just a...
I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Brett. If you want to do it like tape delay, I can listen to the broadcast and answer the questions, though.
Congratulations on the win, Zane. You must be thrilled. Man, it was deja vu all over again between you and Brenner, but this time you come away with a win. Alright, we're just going to wait for Zane to get back in. Just restarting his Discord, having a few microphone difficulties here, so we'll get a chat with Zane Scott. Zane, can you hear us now?
Can you hear me?
Yep, there I can.
Oh, there we go.
Hey, congratulations on the win. You race one didn't get the finish that you wanted, so you junked it going into 3 and 4. It looked like race number 2 was going to end that way, but you're able to keep that car off the wall down the back straight away.
Oh, my. Yeah. I don't want to talk about race 1. I got distracted going into 3 and just stuffed the fence, and I knew right then and there I was never going to live that one down. But in race 2, we went out, we qualified good. We started on the pole of the heat. Luckily, we didn't have, Brenner in that one, or else he would have beat me there. But, we come out, we win the heat race, puts us on the front row to the feature, and outside of Anthony. And Anthony's good. And I've raced with Anthony at Charlotte before. I felt like we had a good car, and we were able to drive around the outside of him. And then from there, I had 3 UW guys right behind me, and I knew that they were going to be all over me to get that pass for the lead. And Brenner was able to reel me in and try to make some moves, but I was able to just drive back by him on the outside. There was a couple of times there where I jumped the cushion, almost repeated what I did in race 1. But we were able to keep it clean, and then coming to the end there, I knew Brenner was behind me looking at the relative, and I knew he was probably going to throw a slider, and I saw it coming out of turn 2. I didn't know if he was going to throw it back into 3 and 4, and all I wanted to do going into 3 was not stuff the right front of the wall again. But we managed to avoid doing that. We take home the win.
And talk about that last lap. Your Brenner throwing the slider as he did in race number 1 this time. You're able to drive around the outside of him and not make contact, which just happened to be a part of racing. But I mean, you obviously knew it was going to be coming on that last lap from Brenner.
Yeah, I didn't know if it was going to be coming the last lap or the lap before. I think he threw one the lap before, and I didn't know if he was going to be able to have enough of a run on me to throw it on the last lap. And when I saw him come out of the left side of the screen there and into the frontal view, I didn't know whether or not he was going to be able to slide up all the way to the racetrack and make me cross him over or not. And he didn't get all the way to the cushion, so I was able to drive around him without hitting him. I felt pretty bad in that first race for doing that. I probably should have crossed him over instead of making that move, but I'm just happy, we didn't deja vu from the first race, and we're both able to finish 1-2.
Well, you managed to get the win here in race number 2. Before we let you go and celebrate with the team, no doubt, I'm sure there's a lot of people you want to thank.
Yeah, definitely. Weston and all of team study. We had a practice server up before this, did some setup work, and I think it paid off here. Steady Group Holdings, Wicked Cushion, Colby's Eye Paints. We're going back to the silver green card because I only win with that card, it seems. Village Pizza House, Northwest Ohio Boys, Ohio Truck Sales, Ultimate Dirt TV, Hammer Down, Chris over at DOB, and really everyone that supports this 360 and 410 deal.
Alright, there we go. Zane Scott home with the win here in race number 2. Well done to Zane Scott with the win. Chris Brenner in second and Craig Dunn home in third place. That'll do it for the Blue Sphere Corporation 360 Wing Sprint Car Series. Round number 4 from the dirt track at Charlotte is complete. Well done to Trevor Royer and Zane Scott, your winners for round number 4. The Wicked Cushion World of Outlaws Craftsman Sprint Car Series returns on Thursday evening. Same time, same channel. And for Ultimate TV, we're going to be live in about 7 hours time from now. I'm going to be doing some Australian Speedway League stuff. We've got the sprint cars and late models in action here this evening. So at 6 or 7 hours time. If you want to come back and watch that one, we'll be live on Facebook and YouTube again. You can find us on both social media pages. Just go to facebook.com/UltimateDirtTV or youtube.com/UltimateDirtTV. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Doesn't cost you a cent. And if you haven't already done so, hit the like and follow button on Facebook as well. Well, on behalf of the Blue Sphere Corporation and Dirty Old Bastards and Ultimate Dirt TV, my name's Brett Wheeler saying good night. We'll see you back in a couple of hours. But for racing in the Wicked Cushion, it'll be Thursday night for the 410s return back to action. Good night.